Saints celebrated on the 14th of every month, 1 through 12. So on January 14th, the Catholic Church commemorates Saint Felix of Nola. He was a presbyter from Nola, Italy, known for his charitable acts and his resilience during the persecutions of Emperor Decius and Valerian. So, February 14th is primarily associated with Saint Valentine, a Roman saint whose feast day is celebrated on this date. He is recognized as the patron saint of lovers and of the town of Terni, Italy. Although there are a few different accounts of Saint Valentine's martyrdom, the most common story involves him being imprisoned and beheaded for performing marriages against the orders of Emperor Claudius II, who believed single men made better soldiers. There are actually two or three different Saint Valentines associated with February 14th, according to the Vatican News. One was a priest in Rome who was martyred under Claudius II. Another was a bishop of Terni, also martyred under Claudius II. The third was martyred in Africa with several companions. The celebration of St. Valentine's Day as a romantic holiday is a more recent development, with the association with love and courtship solidifying in the High Middle Ages. It is also a significant cultural and commercial holiday in many parts of the world today. On March 14th, the Catholic Church celebrates Saint Matilda of Ringelheim, also known as Saint Matilda, Queen of Germany. She was known for her piety, charity, and founding of religious institutions. She is also the patron saint of parents of large families and widows. On April 14th, the Catholic Church commemorates Saint Ludwina of Schiedam, a Dutch mystic known for her suffering and eventual sainthood. She is also recognized as the patron saint of ice skaters and the chronically ill. Her feast day is observed on April 14th, and her life is a testament to enduring suffering and finding holiness through it, according to Anna St. Paul. Other saints and events commemorated on April 14th. Saint Justin, martyr, 2nd century philosopher and apologist for Christianity. Saint Martin the Confessor, Pope of Rome, 7th century Pope who resisted the Marthelite heresy. Martyrs Anthony, John, and Eustathius of Vilnius, brothers who were martyred for the Christian faith. Wilna, icon of the Mother of God, revered icon attributed to Saint Luke. Dedication to Saint Mary Major Basilica, a major church in Rome dedicated to Mary. On June 14th, the Catholic Church commemorates Saint Methodius I, Patriarch of Constantinople, who lived from 788 to 847. He is known for his role in the iconoclastic controversy, where he supported the veneration of religious images against the iconoclasts. Another saint celebrated on June 14th is Saint Francis Solano, a Spanish Franciscan missionary known for his work in South America. Additionally, the Orthodox Church commemorates Saint Methodius, abbot of Besnosha, on this date. Kateri Tekakwitha, the Lily of the Mohawks, was born in the same village in which three of the North American martyrs met their deaths. This young woman, who fell in love with the Lord despite the opposition of her family and clan, is the first Native American to be canonized. Her feast day is celebrated July 14th. On July 14th, the Catholic Church celebrates Okay. Other saints commemorated and remembered on this date include Saint Camillus de Lalis and Saint Justus of Rome. The saints celebrated on August 14th Saint Maximilian Kolbe, a Polish conventual Franciscan friar and priest who was martyred in the Auschwitz concentration camp. He is remembered for volunteering to die in place of a stranger, a man with a family who was condemned to death by starvation. On September 14th, the Catholic and Orthodox churches celebrate the feast day, Feast of the Exaltation of the Holy Cross, commemorating the discovery of the true cross by Saint Helena and the dedication of churches built by Emperor Constantine on the sites of the Holy Sepulchre and Mount Calvary. This feast also recalls the restoration of the true cross to Jerusalem by Heraclius II. The feast celebrates the redemptive power of Christ's death on the cross. On October 14th, the Catholic Church commemorates Saint Calixtus I, who was a pope and martyr. He is also known as Calixtus or the first of Calixtus I. He is celebrated as an optional memorial. Calixtus I's life was marked by both controversy and mercy. He is known for emphasizing God's mercy in his ministry, which led to some opposition. He allowed repentant sinners back into the church after public penance, a stance that contrasted with the views of some contemporaries like Saint Hippolytus, who even established himself as an anti-pope in opposition to Calixtus. Despite the controversy, his model of leadership and martyrdom, which occurred around 222 AD, is seen as a testament to his holiness. He is buried in the cemetery of St. Callistus on the Appian Way. On November 14th, several saints are commemorated, including St. Lawrence O'Toole, St. Philip the Apostle, and St. Gregory Palamas. St. Lawrence O'Toole is particularly known as the patron saint of the Archdiocese of Dublin. Saint John of the Cross was a 16th century Spanish theologian and mystic. Together with Saint Teresa of Jesus, he performed the Carmelite order. He was proclaimed Doctor of the Church by Pope Pius XI in 1926, and traditionally is nicknamed the Mystic Doctor. His feast day falls on December 14th.